What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another Snowfall video. If you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your comments below. Now, tonight, we're going to talk about Snowfall Season 3, Episode 8. This is the recap. I'm going to try my best to go over all the key points as quickly as possible. And before I begin the video, man, I know how we like to talk about great seasons of our favorite shows. I'm going to tell you right now, Snowfall Season 3 is easily the best season thus far. This show is in its prime, and it only can get better, man. So shout out to the whole crew that's putting this show together. John Singleton, rest in peace. But this season, man, is legendary. But let's get into it, man. We begin the episode off with your girl Melody, and she's still high as a kite. She's sneaking out, smoking rock. And it's really sad, man, because imagine yourself as a parent and having to deal with your kid sneaking out, smoking crack, just all over the place. So we get to see how Andre Wright is dealing with his daughter, and it's very sad to watch him go through this. Now we get to Franklin. Franklin, he's, getting the help of his father still, and they're still trying to get, a lot of leverage on Teddy. They want to make sure they get as much information on him because he's very dangerous, and they want to know how to move. Now, Franklin was just told, look, he could just run, but Franklin knows he's in too deep. This is very serious, man. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this when it's all said and done. Your boy Franklin, 9 times out of 10, is probably going to get locked up. Teddy is entirely too dangerous. You can't just run or escape this. You know what I'm saying? So I believe Franklin is believing and knowing that this is not going to end well, but he knows that he's in too deep. This is just entirely too serious of a lifestyle to try to get out of it right now. Now, Andre, he's talking to his sister, and she's telling him, look, just come to Texas, you and Melody, you can start over fresh. Maybe you can clean her up. Just come on down. And this really sounds like a good plan for them to do. But first he has to find Melody because she's gone once again. And then we get to Julia and Teddy, and she's pretty much telling him, like, look, let's just end all this. She wants him to end this. Teddy is not about to end his operation. He has a job. He's going to continue to fund the war through the CIA. That's exactly what he wants to do. But Julia has her own agenda. She wants to shut this shit down. And of course, they're going to talk about that at the end of the episode. Now, Julia goes over to Andre Wright's spot because now she wants to take down these smaller drug dealers. She knows the guys at the top are very hard to get, but she thinks by going and trying to take out Franklin Saint would be a good idea to do. You know what I'm saying? She gives Andre Wright her information, and once she even says Franklin's name, this turns your boy Andre Wright on. He's like, okay, it's time to put that pressure on Franklin once again, which in this episode was probably his biggest mistake thus far. This is something that he should have never done, thanks to Julia. Now, I don't know what it is about Snowfall, but they need to stop cutting off fight scenes. I wanted to see this fight. Bootsy and your boy Leon got into it. All we saw was your boy Bootsy swing and then it cut straight off. They got to stop doing that shit. Show us the whole fight scene. I know it's TV, but we want to see that. Now, Bootsy got his ass beat. We wanted to see Leon put them hands on him. So hopefully they fix that, man. We want to see some action, you know what I'm saying? Now, Aunt Louie tells Franklin that Melody is gone. Like, it's no saving her. You might as well move on. We got business to do. And she also wants Franklin to tell Jerome and Leon how serious this shit really is. And it's going to be hard once they figure out exactly who they're dealing with. Now, Franklin, he's able to find Melody because he's telling all the dealers not to sell to her, not to deal to her or whatever. And for a minute, it seems like she was going to listen to Franklin, go try to get cleaned up. But she's a crackhead now. She's completely different. You know what I'm saying? And she kicked Franklin right in the balls. Franklin thought everything was cool. Melody is on a different level right now, Franklin. It's over. You know what I'm saying? It is over. She's not going to get the type of help that she really deserves, especially at that time frame. It's just not going to happen. And this is a sad story, y'all. At the end of the day, yes, it's entertaining to watch this, but to be honest with you guys, it is sad to see someone with so much potential. Such a pretty girl, man, very beautiful, and it's sad to see her go. And Franklin just like, you know what I'm saying, I gotta let her go. It's gonna be tough for him to do that in the future. Now, the biggest mistake of Andre Wright was breaking into Franklin's spot. We know he'd been following Franklin the whole season, and he finally decides to go in there and break in the spot to get some information because Julia lets him know that Franklin's involved with some serious people. He goes in and gets the file that Franklin has of him and Teddy. You know, he gets information of all the people he's dealing with. This is very serious stuff. And I don't think Andre Wright realizes what he's getting himself into. I think he's underestimating Franklin. Doesn't think Franklin will do anything about it. But Franklin comes and he sees that his shit has been broken into and he's missing those files. So right there, he's already assuming that there's only one person that could do this. He already knows that, okay, it has to be Andre Wright. He had to be the one to break into this shit. Now, Rigo, he has a mole in the DEA, and his mole lets him know that the boys are on his ass. And he's like, okay, only person that, you know, that's been close to me is Teddy, so he has to know. He has to be the one. Teddy was about to die, but Teddy lets him know, like, look, I work for the CIA. You know, we were funding the war in Nicaragua, and look, we're using this money to get guns and just fund this war. You want to work with me or you want to kill me? Pick one. So your boy Rigo is going to decide to work with Teddy regardless of what's going on. This is very serious shit. Rigo was like, man, you a bigger criminal than me. And he's telling the truth. He is. I mean, this dude's doing all types of dirty shit. Now, Teddy realizes that Julia has to be the one that's putting out information. And he goes and he tells, of course, Avi to lay low. And Avi gets into a shootout. I'm not going to show it in this recap, but we see that Avi gets into that shootout. One of his dudes gets shot and killed, but Avi does escape. Teddy calls Gustavo, lets Gustavo to know to lay low because his operations is under risk right now because of Julia. You know what I'm saying? She's doing whatever she wants and she doesn't give a damn. She's doing her job, I guess. He also lets Franklin know that, look, lay low, operations are at a risk. And Franklin is just like, okay, you know, he believes Teddy is not the one that broke into his house even more. He knows Andre Wright is the one to do it based on the conversations he's had with Teddy and just being around Teddy. He knows Teddy didn't do this. Now we get to Teddy and Julia. And Teddy's like, look, I know what you did. Just let me know. I know you did this shit. What the hell are you doing? And Julia finally explains to Teddy her true intentions. And that's to pretty much shut down this whole shit. You know, she, was supposed to come in and get as much information as possible on Teddy, on his operations, because she needs to shut it down. And she's trying to give Teddy a chance over and over again. Look, your boy Teddy is pissed off. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, I'm going to make sure you work in a basement in the future. I'm going to make sure you're miserable. You know, he doesn't love her anymore. Teddy, she's still a risk. You know, if she's breathing, Julia will still be a risk. You need to continue to watch her. And then we get a little bit of the Crack Chronicles Part 4. Your girl Melody and her girl Wacky Wanda, they kick her for a little bit, but she can't mess around with Wanda. Wanda on some old dumb shit, stealing type shit. And Melody actually walks off and supposedly I would think she would go home. Now, Andre Wright, he was at home crying, he was missing Melody. He thinks she's coming back. And he goes up to the front, but guess what? It's Franklin. And if you was watching this, we already knew it was Franklin in there. You knew he wasn't going to go out like that. He had to get that foul. Now, what Andre Wright did was make a crucial mistake. First off, breaking into Franklin's spot. Second off, Franklin was giving you an opportunity, told you to just leave. Now, Franklin probably would have still killed him. Who really knows? But he still gave him a chance. Andre Wright is running his mouth still, talking about you ain't no killer and this, I'm coming back. Like, dude, are you stupid? This ain't little Franklin from when he was a kid. This is a grown man, and he's in some deep shit with these kingpins. He will smoke your shit quick, and that's exactly what he did. Now, him killing Andre This was tough for Franklin. This is a guy that he grew up with. Imagine growing up around the neighborhood. You growing up next to your neighbor, and they always wanted you to do good, but they was always on your ass. This is exactly what Franklin's going through. He's like, man, he didn't really want to have to kill Andre, but that's exactly what he did. And of course, he made it look like Andre killed himself, especially since Melody's a crackhead. Maybe they're going to believe he was just so stressed out about his daughter and getting, pretty much fired from the job. It made it seem like he killed himself. But this is actually a sad story, man. Andre Wright, yeah, he wanted to protect his community. He wasn't perfect, but unfortunately, he suffered a fatal shot to the head by your boy Franklin. Franklin did what he had to do to protect his operation and to protect himself because he's entirely in this too deep. And as I was telling you guys, this is not going to end well for Franklin at the end of the day. Andre Wright was a risk. He was becoming too eager, getting too close to Franklin. As the description read, he was exposed. And Franklin was like, look, I can't have that. I can't have this dude thinking he going to keep being a threat, keep causing problems. This is sad. Now, I wonder what's going to happen with Melody now. It's pretty much over for her, man. She's probably going to end up dead as well. Especially once she find out that her dad is dead. You think she's smoking rock now? She really about to be on that shit to ease the pain. This is going to be tough for her because she ain't going to have a parent there. And it's just a sad story, man. Overall, this episode was... Look, dude, this episode was crazy, man. It was crazy. You talking about a way to end the episode? They ended this episode off on some crazy stuff. We all knew Andre Wright will possibly die. He had the opportunity to help Franklin to, even to just leave. And that's something that he probably should have did. But he was like, look, I have to save my community at the end of the day, which at the end of the day cost him his life. But you guys let me know if I missed anything. Leave it down below in the comment section. Let me know what you thought. I will be making some more Snowfall videos, man. This is tough, man. This episode, bro, it was crazy. I'm speechless still from this episode. But like I said, I will break down some more of these storylines later this week. But keep supporting your boy, and I will continue to bring you more Snowfall content in the future. But it's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.